Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tanisha Davis. This is Fun and Budget. And in this video, we are going to talk about our January budget plans. This is our financial plan for the month of January. Guys. This month is going to be a tighter race. I am not making all of the tens of thousands of dollars that I am accustomed to. Like that ain't true, but I'm not making that much money that I normally have been making in the past. I don't know, 4 or 5 months. 4 or 5 months, I feel like I've been doing really good in income that I was bringing in. But this month, we're coming in a little lower. Okay, I project that I will bring in $11,400 in the month of January. Not bad, because this is after taxes and payroll deductions, okay? So it's not bad. It's just not what I have grown accustomed to. Here's what I plan to do with that $11,400. $97 will go to the HOA. $118 for the gas bill. $214 electricity, and those things are just based off of what they were the previous month. Hopefully they come in lower because we need some more coins, guys. Cell phone, $225. Internet, $85. Security system, $50. Housekeeping, $175. Insurance, $54. Easy Pass, $25. Subscription services, $81. Timeshare fee, a whopping $995. This is that annual fee. What is it? The maintenance crap that they claim that you got to pay for the rest of your life, even as they raise it for the rest of your life. Yeah, $995. Pick Monkey. This is an annual fee that I pay for. That's how I edit my thumbnails. $108. Gifts, $660 is being set aside for that. Food, household miscellaneous, and fun miscellaneous. I do not budget for these things. I just try to be mindful of what I spend. And so that's how that looks. And we'll see what happens at the end of the month when we go and reconcile everything. Okay? Here, $300. $300. Even though my hair looks like, oh my goodness, it doesn't even need to be done, I am going to go ahead and try faux locks. It's going to be my first time getting faux locks. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. I got to talk to her. Please don't make them too tight. You know, my hair up top is fragile. So we're going to see what happens. But faux locks, $300. Nails, $80. Lashes, $115. We need these things done. But we do have a trip this month. And so on this trip this month, I am setting aside $1,000, and this is for Mexico. Okay? Hopefully all things go well, because I believe we got to do a COVID test before the trip. And Omicron, y'all, it is super contagious. It seems like everybody has come down with it over this past holiday season. Even people who haven't even went anywhere. So with that being said, it's like, okay, fingers crossed I'm getting a negative test to go on the trip. But more importantly, fingers crossed I'm getting a negative test to come back from the trip, to come back into the country, because we cannot be stuck in Mexico. We cannot. I spent all my vacation time and whatnot just being here, because I ended up with COVID over the holidays. And so I haven't been going to work. And so a lot of that time was already used up. In that case, we don't have time to use it up again being outside of the country. But it'll be an adventure. We'll see what happens. Savings, $1,736 will go towards savings. And then 401k will get $1,500. Now, I do believe that 401k for 2022 has increased, and so that number needs to be adjusted. It hasn't been adjusted yet. It went up, did it go up extra $500? or extra $50. It went up extra something for the HSA, for the health savings account. And I already did make that adjustment. And so it's still around $200. It was like an extra $2 a paycheck that goes into the HSA. So that was done. Mortgage, $1,536. And then I will be sending an extra $1,500 to the mortgage because it is my hope, my dream, my longer term goal is to eventually pay off this house and have a home free and clear. Okay, because that's part of my retirement plan, and we will be doing a video on my exact retirement plan, or my idea of a retirement plan soon. Oh, I forgot to say, after everything is said and done, y'all, we have $546 left in our budget. $546. So this means we're running a tight race because that $546 has to feed me and take care of whatever else may pop up. Like if I need cold medicine from the store or whatever, it has to come from that $546. Normally I have about $1,000 cushion, but right now we have $546, but we're gonna make it do what it do. I'm not gonna tempt myself and lower things in other areas like savings or whatever just to beef that number up. We're gonna really work within that $546. Plus I gave myself $1,000 for Mexico, and I'm not gonna need $1,000 in Mexico. We're going to an all-inclusive spot, so $546. That is it, guys. Good gracious. Good gracious. I feel like that wasn't even 6 minutes. So, because that wasn't 6 minutes, let's talk about something. Even though I know y'all was here for that one thing. But, you know, the budget. But let's talk about COVID. Because I did not do a video on COVID. And I really didn't even plan on talking about it much because y'all know, y'all seen one video, y'all seen them all. But let's just talk about my personal experience and what my symptoms and things like that. So what had happened was on the 27th of December, like around 4 p.m., like I didn't even wake up feeling no kind of way. Around 4 p.m., I started feeling hot and cold. So kind of like chills a little bit, right? I don't feel like I had a headache. I just felt like I was coming down with something. And so I said, okay, let me get myself away from people because I'm not feeling all of that well. And then I was home and I felt kind of feverish. So I took my temperature and my temperature was like 99.8, okay? I did not have a cough. I did not have a sore throat. I did not lose my taste. I did not lose my sense of smell. I didn't lose anything. I just didn't have an appetite. I felt feverish. So not achy, just kind of hot, kind of cold. And I had a fever. That was that. Then I realized later that my energy was really low. But I didn't even realize it at the time how low my energy was. Like I did not have the energy to edit videos. I didn't have the energy to do much of anything. So that lasted about 2 days. About the second day, like my fever, like it fluctuated between 99.8 and 99.2. But then by the third day, my temperature was back to normal. But then a new thing developed. The new thing was I was not able to lay down. When I laid down, I really couldn't get air in, and it just felt like my boob, like the weight of my boob was sitting on my heart and my lung, and my lung and my heart. Like I didn't know what it was. It hurt so bad. And when I Googled it, I was like, can't lay down, like chest hurts, chest pains when I lay down. Some of the Google information said sometimes that can be like an infection around the sac that's around your lung. And so that made sense to me because it was like, okay, I lay down, I really can't get air in, and it hurts. So I had to I created a way to sit up in my bed and sleep that way. And I did that for 4 to 5 days. I was just like, whoa. Then on the 30th, I was able to get out and go and take a COVID test. Before the 30th, I just could not even find an appointment anywhere. But in my county, they had a testing site set up. So I went to the testing site. It was going to start at 10 a.m. I went out at 9:30 a.m. and the line was just backed up, wrapped around all of the corners. And when I finally made it to where they should have let me into the park to be tested, it was closed off. And they just kept directing traffic around. So I finally asked one of the police people, well, how do we get in the park? And they said, well, because it's filled to capacity, we will be opening up the park intermittently. And I was just like, okay. So he was like, the only thing you can do is just keep driving back around and seeing if they're letting people in. Y'all, I did not get into the park until 11:30. I circled because I knew I needed a test because work and things like that. But I was like, okay, so I just kept circling. I didn't have nothing better to do. I didn't have an appetite, and so I wasn't hungry and I wasn't eating anything. I probably should have been drinking beverages, but I wasn't. But I was driving around with orange juice, so therefore I didn't have to go to the bathroom. So I finally made it in at 11:30, and then at 11:38 they sent out a text saying that the testing site was closed for the day because it was just filled to capacity and they weren't even letting more people in. So I had made it in by the skin of my teeth. There was only about 15 cars behind me after I made it in. Once I made it in, I did not get tested. Like my car did not make it to the front of the line until 4:30. So I was out there from 9:30 to 4:30 just trying to get a test. When he did my test, I was like, okay, this test's gonna come back negative because he barely went up my nostril. Like he circled like right here, like right at the rim, right there. He did not go up nowhere. There was no mucus, so there was nothing to come out on the little cotton swab. And I was just like, okay, that was like a waste of all of my hours because he didn't even get a good sample. So I felt. And then that was that. And then I went home and continued to isolate myself, continue to order Uber Eats and things like that, and just, you know, try to get rest, drink liquids, and just take care of myself. And so that Monday, which was, I don't know, it snowed. It was the day it snowed. That Monday, my test results came in positive. And I was like, but I kind of knew it anyway. After that, like when I was able to lay down again, everything was fine. The only thing that popped up after that was I got a cold. Like I didn't have cold symptoms. Sneezing, coughing, congestion. And so because of that, my job was like, don't come in until those things clear up because, of course, you know, you don't want to be in the office coughing all over the place or sneezing all over the place. And more importantly, I didn't want to be in the office trying to suppress my coughing and my sneezing because, you know, you just don't even know what we're dealing with at this point. But they did say, they was like 5 days after you have your symptoms, you're good to be out in the world again, which I just think isn't quite right. So I did not go out in the world again. I feel much better now. I just still have some congestion. I'm still coughing. I may still go do some coughing attacks. But I just take some throat stuff and everything, and it's usually fine. Like I said, I just have this perpetual need to clear my throat, but other than that, I feel fine. I never, like I said, I never had headaches. I never lost my taste of smell. Wait, my taste of smell. I never lost my taste. I never lost my sense of smell. And I only had like a fever for about a good 2 days. Then the whole heart thing. I also realized that my lungs were probably more affected than I realized because just coming up the steps, I would not be able to breathe. I would be gasping for breath, like I would be like this, trying to get some air in, and I just really couldn't. And then my heart lung, because they all the same to me, because would hurt. Like it would just be really pounding and hurting, and I could only take shallow breaths in. Like I could not take a good deep breath. Like watch me take a good breath now. I could not do that before. Yeah, I could not do that. It just would not allow me to be great, and it would have pain. It kind of felt like I had bronchitis, even though I never had bronchitis. It kind of felt like I had asthma, even though I never had asthma. It kind of felt like I had pneumonia, even though I've never had pneumonia. And I've never had the flu in my life before either. But other than that, that's what it was, y'all. That's what it was. Yeah, your girl was just out living her best life. She was just doing the most. And after all these years, since 2019, I've been traveling since 2019, out of the country. When COVID first popped up in China, I was still traveling Europe and all kind of places, and I've never got COVID. And now, at the end of 2021, my number was up, and I got it. But I'm here. I'm good. I'm gonna get my booster because I don't have a booster. I'm gonna get boosted. So that's it, y'all. Thank y'all for being here for this edition of a budget slash my COVID journey story. Until the next video, y'all. Peace.